This episode is brought to you by Shopify. That's the sound of switching your business to Shopify, the global commerce platform that supercharges your selling. Harness the best converting checkout and same intuitive features, trusted apps, and powerful analytics used by the world's leading brands. Stop leaving sales on the table. Discover why millions trust Shopify to build, grow, and run their business. Sign up today for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/tech23.
Okay, what's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the TMossBoss Show. And in today's episode, I figured this would probably be a good episode. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys remember maybe a couple of weeks ago, there is a hater on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram. So pretty much to just give you guys like starting all the way from the beginning. So this guy was spamming his like hacking group on my Instagram account. I ended up blocking him on there, and then I ended up seeing that same name like also on YouTube, and he was re-uploading videos that I had messed up on. So it was like minor errors. I think actually no, the one video I do remember him reposting. So the error about that video that he decided was a major problem within me was that the audio had cut off. So there was like no microphone, and that was just because I had this crappy laptop at the time. So I'm like, since then I've gotten a new laptop. Even I knew that laptop was just like straight just crappy. But I don't see that being a problem because other people had hit me up and they was just all like, hey bro, like your video, there was no audio to it. This guy, he like made it into a big deal, said I was a lazy YouTuber over it. And I'm like, I don't see how that makes sense when your whole thing is based off of talking about other people. At least I add something to what I do. You, on the other hand, I mean, you sit down and you talk about me every single day on Twitter. Like, that will be my thing for him. It's like, can you go 1 year without talking about me? It's funny how, because I seen some of the tweets that he made about me, and I'm all like, bro, he is seriously, like, something is, like, mentally wrong with him. I swear it is. Like, something is, like, really, really wrong with him. But anyways, it was funny. It was a while ago I seen that he put his account on private. And I'm like, there's nobody going to really see your stuff now. I mean, I don't understand what was the reason of that. You barely have any followers. Like, who's going to really, like, pay attention to what you're doing? And I guess, so yeah, he since then has made it, like, public. But I guess some of you guys had, like, hit him up and was just pretty much, like, going off on him about it. And I'm like, thing is, I said, like, you know, don't do it. I'm not going to, like, say his name or promote him or anything. I am, like, going to, that's what today's episode is reading the tweets that he's made about me and just finding everything wrong with them. But, yeah, I'm like, bro, it's just, you got to realize that there's nobody your age doing that. You have to realize that. Like, there's literally, if there is any 19-year-old person carrying on like you, and I remember I seen that on, because he has 3 different Twitter accounts, and he's tweeted on about me on all 3 of them. But if you, I think it's like his main one, you can go on there, and it shows in his bio thing that he's 19 years old. So I'm like, bro, there's literally not one 19-year-old person carrying on like you. There are 19-year-olds that, like, when I was 19, you were either working or you were in college. But what are you doing? Like, I'm saying, like, and it's obviously just this. I'm like, yeah, that's just sad. That's just sad. 19 years old and you carrying on like this. Like, you can have a girlfriend or boyfriend, whichever you prefer. You can have cats, dogs. Like, do something that's going to keep you busy. But if you're going to trash talk a person every single day and you think that you're gaining something from it, like, yeah, that's just sad. That's just sad. But anyways, so his pinned tweet is saying, okay, I decided to move stuff about Tyler here. This gives this account more use. Then also it's like his bio, it's like saying like has my full name and all that stuff in it. I think that's not allowed. You're not allowed to have like people's full name unless they've like given you permission for that. Like, he can get his account. Like, I'm not going to go through all that trouble. I guess, like, if it was, like, really upsetting me, then, yeah, I probably would have been contacting Twitter every single day to get him taken off. But I'm all like, if he want to waste his life away doing stuff like this, I'm like, be my guest. Like, I'm not losing any sleep at night dealing with people like you. But anyway, so, yeah, because he was tweeting about me off of one account. So then he made a third account and then started tweeting off of me up from there. And I'm like, what was the reason? I don't understand. Like, it's just weird. It's just weird. But anyway, so he took a screenshot of a tweet that I actually was making about him, because then I seen that he was he unprivated the account and stuff. So then I had made a tweet saying, don't pass off advice you can't follow yourself, because he's the main one that always tells me that I need to ignore this situation. But he turns around and he tweets about me, and he might have made videos about me. I don't know. All I just know is that he reposts videos I've messed up on. But I'm like, bro, you can't even follow your own advice. You tell me to move on, but it's like, what are you doing? So it's okay for me to move on, or it's like it's bad for me to talk about this, but it's okay for you to talk every single day about me. Like, that just doesn't make any sense. It's funny how these guys will call me a hypocrite in some, like, times that we've argued. And I'm like, bro, you guys literally do the same exact thing. Like, you might use, like, a different word for it and stuff, but you guys are literally doing the same thing. But he goes on and says, you do this all the time. You constantly give out advice to look cool and not because you follow them. I follow all the advice. I follow all of the advice that I pass off on people. So I'm saying, like, anything that any advice that I've given to a person is usually advice that I've thought of, like, put myself in that person's shoes, something that he's not good at. But it's either that or it's a situation that I've been through before. But any advice that I've had, and it's like, it's if, like, he's talked to the people that I've passed off advice to. Like, as if he knows my friends and family that I've given advice to. Yeah, you know everything about me, but anyways, then he talks about the 8th episode of season 36 of my podcast, where I'm talking about the YouTube comments, and it was a good episode. It was funny because I think it was like before I didn't really know what I was going to talk about, but that whole episode, that was just me going off of the top of the dome. It wasn't stuff that's written down. I don't even maybe in the start of my podcast I used to write things down, but now I'm just like whatever I feel like talking about, that's what I'm just going to talk about. So I guess this is the one and only time where I'm like using a script or something, because it's just pretty much, yeah, like looking at his tweets and then pretty much giving my opinion off of it and stuff. But other than that, I'm like, yeah, any other podcast that I do, I'm like, I'm literally looking at nothing besides like my computer screen, or right now, Are We Done Yet, starring Ice Cube and Nia Long. But anyways, it's a good childhood movie. I grew up on this movie. But anyway, so he goes on to says, yeah, Tyler is running out ideas. All right, he's talking about the YouTube comments in this. Bro, his grammar is horrible. It's funny, I think he's talking about my grammar before, and I'm like, bro, you literally said, yeah, Tyler's running out ideas. All right, he's talking about the YouTube comments in this podcast episode. Thankfully, I never left a comment on any of his channels, so he won't talk about me. You're pretty much like, your whole thing is based off of me. Like, how do you think a person is not going to find this out? Like, maybe if you were doing it in a different language, but yeah, I'm like, that would be the only way. But other than that, I just don't really see how there could be a possible way of our paths, like, not crossing. You're talking about me every single day. Do you think a person is not going to see that? When their podcast episode, they're wanting to see who's sharing it around, and then they see, like, you shared pretty much every single one of my episodes just to trash talk them. I don't understand it. Oh, then he talks about one of my TikToks, or he reposted one. He pretty much like just reposts my stuff in a way. So I'm like, I guess in a way he is like a fan account when he's just promoting my stuff. So I guess I can't thank him for that. Like, yeah, thank you, kind sir, for reposting my stuff. Eventually, I just feel like that people are going to see what you're posting, and then they just be like, oh, there's literally nothing wrong with this guy. His videos is actually cool and stuff. So, but anyway, so he goes on to say, I never noticed this before, but this affects his own clips as well. He's one of those people that delete the video right after it's been done uploading. After all, nothing can go wrong, right? What is he talking about? What is even? Let me go on the TikTok that he was talking about. Oh, it was my video where I was all like, because I thought TikTok was ending, so I kind of did like a tribute video of all of my latest. What is your tweet had anything to do with that video? It's me doing a tribute video for TikTok and things just in case. I'm like, oh, okay, like if this is the last video I post, this is it. Nothing happened to TikTok, so I, went back to just posting on there and stuff. But that literally makes no sense. That makes no sense whatsoever. I'm like, that is without... It's a thread. Oh, he's talking about like, so he talked about 3. Oh, okay, so it's like starting from 1 and then it worked its way up to that one. So, okay, so let me start from the beginning. So he goes on to says, on one of my, so I did a TikTok voiceover, so he says, LOL, you can visibly see his watermark overlap someone else's watermark in this TikTok video. He did put a voiceover after all. Well, how else am I supposed to do it? Like, that's how TikTok works. Obviously, you don't go on TikTok that much because that's how TikTok works. Like, when you download a video from TikTok, that person's, like, username, like, goes from, like, the top left corner all the way to the bottom right corner. So, that's TikTok. I don't know what he can be saying there and stuff. But then the other one, he says... This one too, and whoever he took this from has a shorter name than him. Again, there's a way to download a video without a watermark on TikTok. Then this goes to the tweet where he says, I never noticed this before. This affects his own clips as well. He's one of those people that delete the video right after it's been done uploading. After all, can go wrong. After all, nothing can go wrong, right? I don't understand what he's posting there. Like, you literally just posted, you just pretty much shared like 3 of my TikTok videos for no reason and then thought like you were actually saying something about them. Like, I honestly though, okay, so if he's talking about like there's other ways to download the video without the watermark, so then you want me to steal the person's video. I don't understand how these guys would get on me about stealing videos, but then when I download it with that person's name in the video, and obviously you can like still find the video, it's not like the video, I just don't understand, like, so you wanted me to steal the video, if that's what you're saying. If not, then it's like, what are you saying about my TikTok videos? I just don't really understand, why is he attacking my TikTok videos? It was just funny when he went off and was saying how, I was stealing other people's videos, but I'm like, that's literally everybody on TikTok. Everybody is stealing people's videos. If one person, you think, who the most famous girl on there, like Charlie D'Amelio or something, do you think any of her TikTok videos are hers? That girl is literally taking every song and doing some dance to them. Same with Addison Rae and anybody else that's famous on TikTok. That's what everybody does on TikTok. If you do provide, like with those the videos that he posted, so the one video that he posted was the tribute video, but the other 2 videos was in voiceover videos. So yeah, for those that didn't know, I started back doing my voiceover videos again. I saved some videos, so I might record some more tonight. But anyways, but yeah, I was like, I just pretty much posted the original video and then just, had my my voiceover thing to it. I've seen numerous people do that before. That's why it's like, it's funny how they'll like never pay attention to my main inspirations. Like, there's the one guy that I follow, John Hunt. Then there's another guy, Tony Baker. These are guys that's like motivated me to do voiceover videos myself. So it's like, do a little bit of research and stuff before you just start making. I can't even say he was making accusations. I literally don't know what he was saying in those tweets. But anyways, then the next tweet. Yay, I don't need to protect my account anymore since I think I officially silenced Tyler into not talking about me again. Hopefully he moves on from this situation. Yeah, I don't understand. Like, I think you should be the one moving on from the situation. I'm literally focusing on myself. I mean, this is probably the only time where I'm not focusing on myself. But any other day of the week, I'm making videos, promoting people. I'm making music. I'm doing gaming videos. Oh yeah, by the way, so I just bought Ghost of Tsushima, and so yeah, gaming videos on that game is going to come out soon, just to plug in my gaming channel real quick. But anyways, yeah, what are you doing? Like, that's my question to you. Like, what have you honestly done throughout quarantine besides talked about me? I'm saying, like, I feel like your quarantine has not been productive. I seen that on Facebook. It was one of my friends had shared it. That's probably the only place that he can't like see. Like, that's why I have to say where I do like most of my posting and stuff, because yeah, anywhere else like Facebook, yeah, it's private. Only my friends and stuff can see it. But I know he would just have a field day with some of the things I say on Facebook. But anyway, now it's gonna probably be his like all-time duty and things. I'll let you guys know right now. I literally don't add anybody on Facebook unless it's like a friend of mine's that that I've like, you know, that I know, like, you know, that's somebody that I'm like that I was cool with at one point in time. But anyways, but yeah, I don't understand like how you talk about he thinks like I need to move on from the situation, but I'm like, you're talking about me every day. Who really needs to move on? Like, I can move on. I can honestly like go about this whole year just focusing on myself. Can you do that same thing? Like, honestly, just answer that question. You ain't got to answer or respond to anything else throughout this whole episode. Answer that question. Can you go on for the rest of your life not talking about me? Because I feel like that any other, if I were to get into some more beef or some more drama, and it ain't even involving Just a Robot, him, or anybody else, this guy would be one of the first people to probably talk about it. So I highly doubt that he'll be able to move on. I'm calling it. He's cannot move on. Like, it's funny how I could just like do so many different things and just focus on myself. But him, on the other hand, it's like, when was the last time did you focus on yourself? You know, like, that's like you focused on everybody else around you, but you can't focus on yourself. That's why I say that you're acting like a child. Like, there's people that I know younger than you that's more mature than you. I don't understand that. Like, I really don't. But anyways, then he makes another post on one of these. So I think I was reacting to JTV's video. Or actually, no, I was reacting to what's that girl's name? I can't even think of her name, but I had just reacted to her because she was in another video that I was reacting to. Hold on for a second. Let me look it up so I can plug her in this Trolling the Killer Dead by Daylight reaction. So Angela, so she was featured in another YouTube channel, but I noticed that she had like 1,000 subscribers. It's funny how he didn't even mention that I shouted her out and was doing that video to promote her and things. I could have overall reacted to all her friends that was bigger than her. But it's funny how like they brought that up, like how I don't react to people that's smaller than me. But I'm like, this girl literally has 1,000 subscribers. Like, just talk about that, okay? Just talk about that. But anyways, so he goes on and says, how many shoes does this guy have? I actually want him to make a rant video where the video isn't blocking the way for once, but despite the same... What? I actually want him to make a rant video where the video isn't block the way for once, but despite the same, the format is still the same. His reaction on the right and the video on the left. What words? That man seriously is playing Scrabble with the tweet right now. I don't even understand what he's saying. I actually want him to make a rant video where the video isn't blocking the way for once, but despite the same, the format is still the same. His reaction on the right and the video on his left. So he wants me to do a rant video, but it's a reaction video. Is that what he's... Bro, I'm like, so I'm saying, like, when you don't speak English, then yeah, I'm just not going to know what you're saying. So I think it's best, keep on talking like that so I won't understand what you're saying, but... and then he's talking about my shoes. I'm like, I think I have like maybe 60 or 70 pairs of shoes. I just picked up a pair of shoes. I need to upload that. I actually need to record. There's like one sneaker video that I need to record today. But anyways, I'm like, why is that such a problem? I'm like, it's just another way of him not paying attention to, videos. Like, because I know he's gotten on about, like, my sneaker review videos, saying that nobody watches them. I remember it was him, and I think it might have been another person that was saying it, but I remember he was, saying, like, nobody watches sneaker review videos. But if you literally look up names like Seth Fowler, Wear Tester, Mr. Fomer Simpson, these guys got way more shoes than me. So I'm saying, like, I don't understand how it's a problem if I all of a sudden want to start making sneaker videos. Who cares if nobody doesn't? Somebody's gonna watch them. I don't understand, like, how that's a problem with them and things. That's why I'm like, you're trying to find everything wrong with what I'm doing. I'm making videos talking about shoes. You mean to tell me that there's never been a pair of shoes you looked at and you're all like, oh, I wonder if these shoes is going to be comfortable? That's one thing that I have to say where I'm like getting into shoes. Then you're like, oh, okay, is this shoe going to be comfortable or not? Like, let me try it on. But if it's like you can't be doing that in Foot Locker, you can't be wearing a shoe for a week or for a month or something or for a year, then make a video. So it's like you have to buy the shoe. Me being that person, I'm spending $200 on this shoe to wear it for like a couple of years and then make a video talking about it, like saying, oh yeah, so this shoe, it breaks in, it's comfortable, it's a nice shoe to wear and stuff. I'm saying, like, nobody, it's like, yeah, you don't do research. It's funny how it's like they get on me about stuff and I'm like, you don't do no research either, because I'm saying, like, it's literally, there's Yahoo Answers, Quora questions, there's all these different like articles online where people are talking about, oh, are Air Force Ones comfortable? Are Air Jordan 3s comfortable? Or are Yeezys comfortable? Are they good shoes to own and stuff? Like, that's overall why I do it. Because it's like, it's overall helping out a person when they have a question. I'm overall want to be one of those many answers to a person's question and stuff. So, anyways, then, so he's talking about, wait a minute, what? So he showed one post where I'm making like a motivational post, and then he's showing another one where in Fixion, if you guys don't know, the guy that I was promoting the other day in his song Envy Me, so he shouted me out on Instagram, so he reposted that, and then he reposted a motivational post that I made, and I just, I like doing that from time to time, motivating my followers. People have hit me up saying that it's been good for them. Obviously, that's something that he doesn't know. He doesn't really know anything about me, but it's funny how he'll talk about me every single day, but it's like literally 1% of my life. It's only what he wants to see. It's not what it's like needs to be seen. It's what he wants to be seen. So anyway, so then he goes on and says, this would be a lot more motivating if you didn't actively tell people that, and also no saying thank yous from either of you. Just shout outs really show that you care, guys. What? This would be a lot more motivating if you didn't actively tell people that, and also no saying thank yous from either of you. So wait a minute, the motivational post, I'm gonna read off my motivational post to see if maybe I could get an idea, because I literally don't remember what I said in the motivational post. But anyway, so I said, talk a little bit about it on my podcast, but just know that your life is important. You can struggle, you can think that nobody is there for you and that nobody loves you, but those very few things doesn't speak for you or anyone or everyone else in the world. We all struggle, we all meet people shouldn't meet. So I messed up on that. I was like, we all meet people shouldn't meet. I should have said we should meet. But a typo. Everybody makes typos. That's not the end of it. People have dealt with far more worse and ended up fresh out the other side. I guess I said that because I was watching Shawshank Redemption and it was just all like, that kind of like, I don't know, I guess I kind of like fueled the motivational post watching that movie and stuff. But then, don't think you are not important. It may take some time, but life will get better for you. How is that a problem? Like, you would think he would see that and be motivated by it. If you're not motivated by it, then you're just overall showing that you're a hater, bro. You are a legitimate hater. Like, no, you got issues. I'm saying, like, if I was following somebody and they posted some stuff like that, and if I'm dealing with some things, like, yeah, that's something that a person needs to see. Like, he obviously just wants me to just be silent, be quiet. When people approach me, just say absolutely nothing to them. Just be a mute, pretty much. Like, I don't even understand it. When Fixion shouted me out, then I reposted his shout out on my stories, and then said shout out to Fixion because I hadn't shouted him out on Instagram, so I shouted him out on there. How is that a problem? Like, somebody explain to me, how is a motivational post and me shouting out one of my friends, how is that a problem? That's what I'm like, you're just purposely trying to like find things wrong with what I'm doing and stuff. It's funny how it's like he didn't even talk about the typo. You would thought he had a field day with the typo, but no, he just pretty much just put down, I don't know. I don't know how that would work. He put down an Uno reverse card, but he just made a bunch of typos. Cause that tweet, I literally don't know what he's saying, but then he reposted in one of my videos where I said Trisha Paytas is out here scamming, which she is. So for those that don't know that situation, so Trisha Paytas is this YouTuber where she does a lot of things for attention. Like she's not a regular YouTuber. So a while ago, one of my friends did a video where she was paying for her Patreon. So I think most people know how Patreon works, but if you don't, Patreon is like a subscription website. You go on there, you buy things, and it's like for a monthly subscription. So anyways, she had bought like Trisha Paytas' highest subscription, which was $500. She paid for it, and Trisha Paytas didn't deliver. So my friend was out of $500, and then I think the thing was like she got like some. So yeah, the Trisha Paytas, she sells nudes. So it was nudes, it was like I think pictures and videos, a shout out, and then some other things I believe. But she didn't do any of that. She just pretty much took my friend's $500 and then just ran with it. But luckily, my friend, she did contact Trisha Paytas' sister, and she ended up getting her $500 back. But then that made Trisha Paytas upset, and yeah, she tried to, because my friend eventually talked about it, but Trisha Paytas went out her way to flag her videos and to try to take her off of YouTube. So yeah, I feel like you're overall going to defend your friend like. You don't have no, well, honestly, yeah, this guy doesn't. He seems like he ain't got no friends. I'm like, honestly, you ain't never been there, defended your friends. You probably just left your friends to suffer on there. Yeah, he seems like the type of person where he's just left his friends to just suffer. Like, their friends, like, he could have probably been that person to help his friends out, but they just literally suffered. There's like him being their friend did absolutely nothing for their life. So, anyways, but yeah, he goes on and says, I love how he talks about the videos done on him in this video, despite the fact that this video is about Trisha Paytas. He really loves to ramble in his videos. I'm just trying to carry on time. All YouTubers do that. It's like, it's like one thing to talk like strictly about Trisha Paytas, but to be able to relate to situations and to talk about your own personal situation and add it on to the video to show how if whatever I say in that video works, that's not rambling. That's just giving you guys an example, something that he doesn't know. But then another tweet that he says, the only reason why people haven't moved on is because you refuse to do so. Bro, I was not talking to anybody or about anybody. All of a sudden, the one dude that made the video saying that I ignored a suicidal girl came up out the woodworks. I hadn't talked about him in so long. He comes up out the woodworks and was all like, oh, I want to patch things up. I want to be cool and stuff. I'm not looking for that. I'm focusing on myself. I'm like, whatever you want to do, you can do that. But you're not gaining or getting anything from me. And then you, on the other hand, I'm like, bro, I'm just minding my own business. You're talking about me every single day. Do you think, honestly though, sit down and think, it's funny how it's like he's getting on me, but it's like just like what I'm doing right now. What are you doing in response? You're talking about me. You're not moving on from the situation either. In order for a situation to die, both people have to move on. You can't talk about a person and then think that they're not going to say anything about it. Like, sit down and think about it. You're arguing with a person, right? Let's just say, like, you just got your, like, very first job or whatever. I don't know. He doesn't seem like the type of person that's probably working right now. He don't seem like he's mentally stable to be in the work field. But let's just say you have a job, right? And then there's a person that's saying all these crazy things about you. You're not going to approach them and correct what they're doing. You're not going to do that. You're just going to let them just keep talking about you and keep talking about you and keep talking about you. Me, I'm just going to say this right now. Anybody says anything about me, I'm going to approach them about it. That's just what I do. I should be allowed to approach people if they're talking about me. If they're talking about somebody else, that's their problem. But if they're talking about me, that's my problem. And if anybody's talking about you, I will hope that you stand up for yourself. Because I'm saying, you come off as a person that just ain't doing that. Like, Pretty much like, so I would imagine that you would follow your own advice, right? So in case if this ever does happen to you, follow your own advice. Follow your own advice. When somebody's talking a bunch of crap about you and things, don't say anything about them. Don't do absolutely, yeah. In fact, when this episode comes out, don't say anything about it. Just be completely silent about it. Don't say absolutely nothing. So, anyways, then he goes on to says, so wait, it's a thread. Oh, here he's talking about another. So I made a podcast episode saying don't listen to critics 2020, which is, I still stand by that statement. Don't listen to people that's just going to sit down and take the time to criticize you. Because you sit down and think about it. Actors have been criticized, musicians have been criticized, directors, writers, producers, everybody in every like field of art, whether it's music art, movie art, or just plain old art, they've been criticized. But do you think they're going to stop doing what they're doing because, oh, this person doesn't like my art, this person doesn't like my music, this person? No. I encourage anybody, if you got something going on in your life, yeah, don't give up on it. Don't do that. There's no reason for it. So that's why I'm like, that's what critics are there for, is to criticize you and make you feel like, oh, well, then I need to listen to them. Like, so when they're saying, oh, this part of the movie made, no, I'm like, okay, well, you know, if that's something that you didn't I understood it. So if you didn't understand it, then maybe you need to watch a different movie or something. Like, I'm saying, like, I just don't, there's just stuff like that I don't understand when people, they like try to criticize you. And it's like, there's so many different things in this world that you can be involved in. The fact that you're sitting down, like, trying to pay attention to what I'm doing, it just, and then, like, trying to have a say-so in it or criticize it and stuff, like, yeah, it's just, it's dumb, because it's like, it's not like I'm, like, some guy with, like, hundreds of millions of subscribers and hundreds of millions of views, or I'm, like, making, millions of dollars off of this or anything. It's like, regardless of whatever I'm doing, I'm like, or, wherever I'm at in life, it just doesn't matter. Nobody's not going to care. You know how many times I've watched movies where they've gotten bad reviews on Rotten Tomato, but I still like the movie anyways? I'm saying, like, it doesn't, my thing is, yeah, it doesn't matter if if a person criticizes you on something, let them say it, let them do, but you don't change what you're doing. Like, somebody, and if it's music, if they don't like the way that you're playing bass, they don't like the way that you're playing the drums, if they don't like the way that you're playing the keyboard, then I'm like, I'm like, okay, well, you don't like it, I like it, so I'm going to continue doing it. If you don't like it, then that's on you. I'm like, but I'm not going to change doing what I'm doing because you don't like it. You're the one and only person that ain't going to like it, so. Anyways, but so he goes on and says, hi, my name is TMossBoss, and I'm making this podcast episode about criticism again. Wait a minute. He said, I'm making this podcast episode about criticism again because I'm running out of ideas to talk about. Bro, I think I've said that before. Like, when it comes to ideas in me and podcast episodes or video ideas or whatever, it is a galaxy of ideas when it comes to me. A galaxy of ideas. I can literally release like 3 albums tonight, wake up the next morning, release 3 more albums. I could come out with numerous gaming videos, make skits within the videos, make skits like outside of gaming videos, just make some regular old skit, voiceovers, all of that stuff. And guess what? I don't even need a script for any of that stuff. I do all of it off of the top of my head. And it's not to brag, but I'm just saying, that's how creative I am. That's how much of a hard worker I am. When you're doing this stuff for so long, I'm not the type of person where I can settle with one video or one video out of the day or one video out of the week. No, I gotta record numerous stuff. I gotta do numerous things. So yeah, I'm saying, like, it's funny how he does that, but I'm all like, what ideas do you have? What else have you done besides like make tweets about me every single day? I'm just saying, like, so anyways, then he goes and follows up by saying, I also manipulated the McNasty fans that came to my channel by calling them haters because that will make people sympathize with me more. I'm so fragile and thin-skinned that I have to be manipulative to do it. Is he talking about himself or me? Because I'm saying, like, why would I call McNasty fans haters? How have they hated on me? What have they necessarily done to hate on me? I don't understand that. So that's why I'm like, he has to be talking about himself, because I'm like, I love the McNasty fans. I love the whole Rainbow Six Siege community. If it wasn't for them, like, I don't even know where I would be. I'll probably still be at like 14,000 subscribers. But the fact that within a couple of months, because of them promoting me, helping me grow and stuff, I've gained over 3,000 subscribers, hundreds of thousands of views. Like, I am doing fine for myself. So, and it's all thanks to them. It's all thanks to reacting to that very first two McNasty videos. It's because of that. Those guys have shown me so much love and support. I'm like, why would I call them haters? So you have to be talking about yourself on that one. You have to be. But anyways, then he goes on and says, this is proof that Tyler only listens to people who bow down to him. We should all pray down and say all hail to Tyler Jamal Moss because he thinks he's a celebrity. I honestly don't think I'm a celebrity. I have that mindset where I am a celebrity and I'm like entertaining millions of people, but I know that I'm not a celebrity. That's something where I can sit down and think like, okay, like, I know this. This ain't real. This is all a fantasy. This is, just my imagination. In reality, like, yeah, I'm like, honestly, yeah, this guy, he's like caught up in a fantasy thing, and I'm like, it's kind of scary. I'm like, you would sit down and think like, okay, like, you gotta snap back into reality and stuff, but I don't know, with him, it's a little different. It's a little different. But anyways, yeah, I don't want people to bow down to me. I've said that numerous times before. Like, I want everybody that follows me, I want them to be leaders. I don't want them to be like, oh, like, I'm TMossBoss's #1 fan. I'm his biggest fan and stuff. Like, no, I'm like, to the message that I'm passing off to my fans, supporters, and anybody that's following me is that you are a leader. You can do very well anything that you want to do. You put your mind to it. But I'm like, don't look at me to do everything for you. Eventually, it's going to come to a point in time where you guys start doing stuff for yourself. If I'm there to entertain you or to motivate you, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that, but I don't want people to see me as a god. I don't want people to see me as a celebrity or the best YouTuber in the world. Like, I'm just a regular person. I've said that before, and I would imagine that I would think that he's heard that. So that's why I'm like, bro, you're out here, you're leaving out stuff. You are seriously leaving out a bunch of things that I've talked about. The fact that I got all to talk about it right now and stuff. It's funny how these guys said I'm so bad at arguments, but yes, this is probably one of the best arguments ever. But because it's just dumb, it's just stupid. Like, it's those guys that's just like, you can just see like how ignorant they're being like within this, and like, bro, something's wrong with you. But then he follows it up, and this is going to probably be the last tweet that I read from him, because I'm just like, it's funny how he says that my stuff is cringe, but I'm like, bro, look at you right now. Look at you right now. But last tweet, he said, the only reason why people haven't moved on is because, all right, so I read that already, so let me find another tweet. So he says, shush, don't tell him that I actually voted on this poll as a quote-unquote fan of you. I love that compliment he quote-unquote gave me. That's so weird. So the poll was that should I keep doing reaction videos or listen to haters and stop doing reaction videos? And he voted for me to keep doing reaction videos. You are the weirdest individual I have ever dealt with in my whole existence of YouTube. That is some ultimate cringe right there. Like, you cannot say that. On that note, I gotta go ahead and just pretty much just leave this situation. I cannot. That's just some weird stuff, man. That is some legitimate weird stuff. You have to know that that's weird. Like, you voted and then going to call that's. I'm lost for words on that one. The tweets that was missing words made more sense than that. I don't even understand that. That made no sense to me. So you voted for me to keep doing reaction videos. Why? Why does that? Man. That's why I'm all like, yeah, I don't know who's your parent or guardian or who's watching over you, but fire them. Fire them, and you need to hire somebody else. You need to hire a security guard. Hire somebody that's like more qualified, because I feel like that whoever is watching over him, they're not doing a good job. whoever raised them, they're not so much as watch, but whoever raised them did not do a good job. I'm sorry, but that's where it's like you failed that person to whoever his parents are. Like, you should take your parents to court, because I'm saying, like, to carry on like that, and this was all started because of some YouTube videos. Yeah, you got some issues, my friend. You got some serious, legitimate issues, and I hope one day you figure it out. Like, you know, you fix it and everything is cool with you. But yeah, you need help. You honestly need help. I don't know who's gonna help you, but you need some help. You need some legitimate help, because that's, to me, it's just not normal to carry on like that. I'm sorry, but anyways, yeah, those were the tweets about me. That's man, that was some stuff. Like, I'm just sad that people carry on like that. Honestly, I'm like, I hope the best. Like, you know, in reality, like, I know I've trashed on this guy. I know I've said things about him, but I really do hope that he finds some help. I really do. I hope there's a day where he just realizes, like, how weird this is. Because, like I said in the beginning, what other 19-year-old carries on like this? I'm saying, like, if there's any other 19-year-olds in this world that carries on like this, you're a weirdo. Period. Like, I'm saying, like, it's at 19, what was I doing when I was 19? I was working. I was still, like, you know, doing the YouTube stuff, like, overall, making a name for myself. Like, I was being an adult. You're carrying on like a child. I'm saying, even, like, and then, like I said, like, children are, like, more, just mature. Like, I don't understand. Like, you should not be at your age carrying on like that. And I'm like, I don't know when your 20th birthday is, but I'm like, bro, if you're hitting your 20s anytime soon, I'm like, that should be like an eye-opener and say, you've wasted, I don't know how long, he's probably been like this his whole life. So I'm just going to say, you've wasted the fact that you wasted 19 years of your life carrying on like this, the fact that it is going on 20, and you're still carrying on like this, I'm just saying, bro, that's not normal. It's not normal at all, but it's like, what can you do? I feel like a person like that, they're just really too far gone, and it's going to take, like, police officers to arrest this guy, because I feel like that it ain't going to just be me that he's going to be hating on. I feel like there's going to probably be other people that get caught in the crossfire, and this guy is going to try to do, like, bodily harm to a person. It's either going to be him that gets the bodily harm, or it's going to be somebody else, and this guy, he's going to end up going to jail. I personally just feel like he's going to end up going to jail, because he's not completely right in the head. If not jail, he's going to definitely be in the crazy home. He watched that movie One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. He's at least 4 of the people in that movie, so anyways, yeah, but I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you somehow enjoyed this, then you are a trooper. It was hard for me to read them tweets, because I'm like, bro, honestly, I would rather watch some of my older videos than reading them tweets again, because I'm like, them tweets are just, they're horrible, man. Nobody should carry on like that. Kid or not, kid or an adult, you should not be carrying on like that. But anyways, yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching and or listening. If you're viewing this on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're viewing this on a podcast streaming service, make sure you follow or subscribe, however it's set up. And if you're purchasing tickets from SeatGeek, make sure you use my promo code TMossBoss. It will knock $20 off your first purchase. And that being said, I will talk to you guys later. Thank you for watching and or listening, and peace.